Rumors are flying that The Rock and Triple H aren't exactly best buds backstage. In fact, wrestling headline columnist Hustle went so far as to tease a simmering behind-the-scenes feud between the two, dating all the way back to the wrestling days. It sounds crazy, but when you track actually what happened in the months around WrestleMania 41 and even WrestleMania 40, the story gets really odd. For example, on March 1st, The Rock popped up at WWE's Elimination Chamber pay-per-view and helped pull off John Cena's sock-in heel turn on Cody Rhodes. That angle was huge, probably one of the biggest in recent memory. And then, nothing. In the 50 days between Elimination Chamber and Night 2 of WrestleMania 41 on April 20, The Rock vanished. We heard nothing from him. Hustle writes, there is zero storyline explanation for why The Rock completely disappeared from TV after Chamber. Neither Cena nor Cody mentioned him at all. WWE barely acknowledged his role. It was like a main character walked off stage mid-movie. Fans and writers found that incredibly odd. So, what happened? Some insiders think Triple H, now WWE's chief content officer, might have had enough of The Rock backseat driving the story. After all, Triple H is in charge of writing and talent relations now, while Rock is a TKO Group board member and a Hollywood megastar. The Hustle article speculates that maybe Hunter quietly went to the top bosses like President Nick Khan or TKO CEO Ari Emanuel to complain. Imagine Triple H saying, Dwayne is killing me with his surprise appearances, and Ari replying politely to Rock, we love you but you might be stepping on creative toes. If Rock was told to ease off, he'd be upset for sure. And it might explain why he dropped out of the Mania build. Again, we don't know what really happened, but insiders have noted the timing is curious. Meanwhile, The Rock himself has been dropping hints in public. On the Pat McAfee show, right after Mania, he casually revealed he only came to Elimination Chamber because ticket sales were low and that WWE needed him to boost hype. He even told Cody Rhodes and John Cena after Chamber, we all pulled off one of the greatest angles in wrestling history. But it was time for Cody and John to take the ball and run with it on their own. Adding, I think it's best for the final boss not to be involved in that finish. In other words, Rock said that his character was done and let Cena and Cody handle Mania. Then he stayed completely off TV. To fans, this looked bizarre. One moment he's the mastermind, the next he's invisible. Rock didn't stop there. After Mania, he gave a shot at the creative decisions from afar. He tweeted that he loved the finish of Cena vs Rhodes but would have finished things a little differently. Basically, he implied WWE could have booked it better. Wrestling journalist Lreka flipped out on Rock for this. Lreka called Rock a Tuesday morning quarterback for critiquing the match he skipped, accusing him of throwing Triple H under the bus by pointing out the flaws. In response, Rock put up a famously cheeky Instagram reply, the business is a complete work. Every match, every interview, stop ranting, it's not healthy. Rock reminded everyone that wrestling is scripted and teased that maybe Dave should join him, Cody, Cena and the rest for creative meetings. Triple H, for his part, has publicly downplayed any tension. In interviews, he's praised The Rock and even said they still collaborate behind the scenes to make WWE as great as it can be. On The Tonight Show, Triple H marveled at Rock's charisma and called him the biggest Hollywood star. He implies any changes to Mania plans were creative decisions, not personal slights. In fact, a Sportskeeda report reminded fans that WWE's business has sold out under Triple H's watch, but also pointed out everyone agrees that The Rock is insanely popular. He is a 17-time WWE champion and now on the TKO board. In other words, WWE wants him involved, but as a creative colleague, not an uncontrollable guest. Inside WWE though, people seem more confused than angry. There are many quotes from wrestlers saying it was simply weird that The Rock didn't even mention Mania, with one veteran calling it an overcorrection after fans script about Rock muscling into Rodiko's story at WrestleMania 40. At WrestleMania 40, Rock teased he might take Cody's title shot, which drew heat from fans, so maybe he was pulling back this year. Crucially, multiple talents told Fightful they hadn't heard any backstage fighting between Rock and Triple H, just puzzlement. One source called the whole thing odd but not anger. Another said The Rock was contacted for the show to help boost ticket sales. In short, insiders confirm Rock has clout. WWE did sell out after he got involved at EC. but they didn't see any on-camera brawling with Triple H. WWE fans are buzzing about a possible real-life feud between Triple H and The Rock. On Reddit, many point to signs like Triple H skipping Rock in his Hall of Fame speech and Rock vanishing from WrestleMania 40 despite a major build-up. Some think it's leading to a future storyline. Rock as a rebellious heel versus Triple H as the new face of WWE's new era. Others are frustrated with how things played out. Cena versus Cody felt rushed, Travis Scott's appearance felt off, and no Rock even when Stone Cold showed up. It has raised questions, especially since Rock's final boss arc fizzled at 2 straight Manias and Triple H was behind the creative finish. Rock even admitted it was Hunter's idea to turn Cena heel and later said everything is a work. Publicly, both have stayed respectful. Triple H praises Rock, Rock plays it cool, but behind the scenes there may be something going on. With WWE under TKO's control, Triple H now leads creative while Rock, though a board member, may have had his role dialed back. Whether it's real tension or brilliant storytelling, the IWC is watching every hint closely. This could all build to a future Rock vs Triple H power struggle on TV, or just be WWE shifting the spotlight to new stars. Either way, the story isn't over. Like, subscribe and drop a comment with your take.